What's good, everybody? What's good? What's good? Well, when I say everybody, it ain't like there's like 1,000 people in this motherfucker when I just kick up, especially when I'm late. My fault. I was trying to get some things right. And I'm actually going to have to pause in a few minutes here just because I got to go run and do something. So I probably won't just, jump right into it. But where we are right now, I just want to put this up here because we are speaking right now from a space of the facts of life. And we are going to be talking about the facts of life and the fuckery of lies. Just so you know that's what we're going to be talking about. So it's important that this is not any type of slam on the LGBT. As you see, the LGBTQ family, you normally hear me say LGBTQIAAP because I spell it all out because all of those initials have a meaning. We'll keep it concise tonight with the LGBTQ family. We'll be speaking specifically about the LGBTQ trans family. I was sent something today, and I don't know exactly. I'm going to have to let you hear the audio, see the video, hear the audio that comes after, the dialogue that is during, but comes after as well, so you can really understand what my perspective is. But I definitely want to put that disclaimer out that we are not here to cast shade on the LGBTQ family. I have members of the LGBTQ family in my family. So I'd be crazy to get up here and slam them. Or slam who they are connected to. But we can't perpetuate lies. We can't perpetuate untruths, falsehoods, whatnot. I've been asked to speak about LGBTQ. I believe I can actually make my quick exit here and then be right back, and we'll be able to get right into it. And I'll stop there. But I've been asked to talk about LGBTQ in different realms. But tonight, we'll get some things out. Maybe not some of the things that other people have wanted me to talk about in the past, but I think we'll get enough out. So just give me a moment. Just so all I got to really do is just grab 2 doors, just so my ovens aren't continuing to beep. They let me know that the shit's done. And if I don't go open the door, it'll beep forever, and that'll just irritate me. It really won't bother you, but it'll irritate the shit out of me. And, the stuff is done cooking, and because it's a convection oven, it's not like going to cook anymore. But I just don't want to hear that beep. B, I don't want to hear that shit for the next, 50 minutes, 45 minutes. All right, give me 1 second. All right. Okay. Let's see here. So we want to stop sharing that screen. And then you see me. Not that that is going to excite you any. Yes. Let's do it.
You take the good, you take the bad, you take them all from there. You have the facts of life, the facts of life. There's a time you gotta go and show you grow, and now you know about the facts of life.
Oh, you know what? I have the power to do so, so I need to do something real quick because I didn't have a dual cord set up. Let me go ahead and rewind that. Give you that. Okay. That's that. Let's try this again. There we go.
You take the good, you take the bad, you take them all from there. You have the facts of life, the facts of life. There's a time you gotta go and show you grow, and now you know about the facts of life, the facts of life. When the world never ceases to believe in up to your dreams, but suddenly you're finding out the facts of life are all about you. When there's someone that you care about, it really isn't fair. They're out to slow you up when you're growing up. When you let it work and then you hurt away because your dreams late for showing up. Then you're growing up when it's more than just the birds that be. You need someone telling you please. There's only one conclusion, there will always be confusion over you. It takes a lot to get around when you're learning the facts of life. You're a modern life, damn it, and enjoy the fun, damn it, and the facts of life, and share the life of life. If you hear it from your brother, better clear it when you're gonna better get it right. On her late at night, you got the future in the palm of your hand. All you gotta do to get you through is understand. You think you'd rather do without, never learn through without the truth. The facts of life are all about you. Oh, learning the facts of life. Oh, they're all about you. Oh, they're all about you. All about you. The things that are facts of life. You're never gonna learn them in time or night. Oh, things that are facts of life. Oh, things that are facts of life.
All right. See how they save the best for last. They saved Kim Fields for last. Everybody loved Kim Fields back then. Remember when Florida drove her on the school bus in Chicago? It's obviously it was before she went to I think that school was in New York because they were close to the Drummonds. That was a school. Kimberly was actually supposed to, or maybe Kimberly did go to. And so yeah, that was unique. That was unique. And I got to give it up to Charlotte Rae. More so, I got to give it up to Edna Garrett. All right. Edna Garrett was who Charlotte Rae played. She was Mrs. Garrett. She played Mrs. Garrett on Different Strokes. And then she played Mrs. Garrett on The Facts of Life. And she played both characters, well, the same character on both shows. So what that mean for her back in the late 70s and the early 80s? Yeah, she was getting the bag. She was getting the bag. She was playing on 2 different shows, the same character. So she didn't have to be different at all. They just gave her 2 scripts to play. I mean, that's maximizing some shit. So shout out to the late Charlotte Rae. She was a great actress, around for like damn near 70 years. Played in a lot of shit. I went through her credits and stuff with things that I've seen her in, but just didn't pay attention to. She played in a lot of shit, man. She was the manager of the store that was supposed to hire James on Good Times, and Florida came to the interview and they told him to hire Florida, and she didn't want to tell James. She was the one that James said he charmed the pants off of, and Florida got mad. See what happens when you charm the pants off of somebody, and you know, don't necessarily mean you're gonna get the job, bro. Don't necessarily mean you're gonna get the job. But I appreciate anybody that's in here on the Facebook, YouTube. Twitter gets a link, I believe. Yeah, Twitter gets a link on this. I know they get one on Haps. I didn't pull the Haps out. I didn't do the phone. Frankly, I just didn't do it because I've been uploading these videos onto Haps. So the traction goes to Haps. It just doesn't get it live. I'm not going to neglect Haps. I did a couple on Haps today. So it's not like I'm neglecting the platform. I prefer to do it this way, and then I can use all my toys and say, when shit happens good, I think we can do that, and then shit, if it's bad, I do that shit, So anybody that steps in here tonight, though, you want to say hey. If you don't want to say shit, don't say shit. But we are talking about the facts of life, and we are talking about the fuckery of lies. So I want to talk first about the facts of life. We played the theme song. You saw, the before and afters, or the then and nows, as it were, of the characters on the facts of life. But I'm really into this song because the song, the theme song to a show is kind of channels the energy of what the show is going to be about. And this theme song channeled some energy as to what the facts of life was about. But there's also some hidden shit that we'll cover tonight. And I've been uncovering these theme songs to find the bullshit in the theme song. I want to find the message within the message. We just sang the song, didn't really think about shit, but now we are digging into it and we are going to uncover the bullshit. And there's some bullshit in the Facts of Life theme song. There's some, it sounded so nice, so cheerful when she was singing the motherfucker, but when you break the lyrics down, oh yeah, there's some bullshit. And then there's some fuckery that we're going to talk about. And we're dealing with the LGBTQ family. If you weren't here from the beginning, then go back and watch the beginning, because I'm not going to say what I said about the LGBT family at the beginning. Get here on time. I'm just bullshit. This ain't a slam on the LGBT family. Never would be, never could be. We just got to bring truth to power. So that's what we're going to do today, is bring truth to power and bring logic to power. Logic has to reign supreme in everything. Logic has to, and it can't just be logical for one faction and not logic to another faction, or logic to one faction and not logical at all to anybody else. It's got to be logical for everybody. We've all got to make sense of this shit out here. If we're all breathing this same fucking air, we need to make sense of it. So Let's get started with the jingle or theme song to the facts of life. And it's really not that bad, but it is. So we're going to break it down. We're going to break it down. I want to have the whole. This song was Gloria Loring. Are you fucking kidding me? Alan Thicke wrote this one too. Is he getting paid like on all the fucking theme songs from back in the day? This motherfucker co-wrote The Facts of Life. He did Different Strokes, and then that's why he got so much goddamn money. His name's on all this shit. He wrote all this shit back in the day. He got a writer credit on everything. And he produced this bitch. Got a writer and producer's credit on The Facts of Life. Yeah, Robin Thicke didn't need to sing shit. I'm glad he did. I'm glad he did get out there and, you know, stretch his vocal cords a bit. But other than that, Alan Thicke, he took care of the family on 2 sitcoms. Shit. Different Strokes and Facts of Life have taken care of his family. Oh, man. That motherfucker wrote that shit. I didn't know that. Tell you. Okay. It's a whole nother show. So the jingle, like I said, it's very light, very airy. You would think that this song is just about some really happy times, but there's some tumultuous shit in this song. And if you listen to it, you're going to sing along with it and not really pick it up. But if you just sit back and break down the lyrics, then yeah, you'll see the fucked up shit too. Okay. You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both. And there you have the facts of life. So it's chalking you up already to know you're going to have good and you're going to have bad. There's nothing wrong with that. And it says that's the facts of life. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So we're going to get out of the first stanza. No big deal. When the world never seems to be living up to your dreams, then you're finding out the facts of life are all about you. When the world never seems to be living up to your dreams, then suddenly you're finding out the facts of life are all about you. So now I could take this a couple ways. Things just aren't going good. Nothing seems to be panning out. Lack of resources, lack of equity, lack of equality. You're a bottom caste. And then you find out that you're just a freedman, that you are just a native Black American, a person of African descent, a person whose family was enslaved here for 246 years. And then we've managed to maneuver 156 years of systemic oppression. That's what you'll figure out when you figure out that the world never seems to be living up to your dreams. And then suddenly you find out, yeah, the facts of life are all about you. That's what you'll find out. Now we can look at it another way. I haven't lived this life, so everything that I'm saying is purely hypothetical. When the world never seems to be living up to your dreams, you got a lot of shit. You got a lot of resources, but nothing is good enough for you. Your parents are doing everything they possibly can. You come from generational wealth. You come from multi-generational functionality. Could have been workers, could have been entrepreneurs. Don't know. But you have affluence in your family. So when the world never seems to be living up to your dreams, doesn't necessarily mean that you are downtrodden. You just aren't satisfied. And then suddenly you're finding out this is the facts of life. You're not going to be satisfied even when you have the best of the best. There's people out there like that. They're never satisfied. You can't do shit to satisfy them. I know people, no matter how much you do, they're not satisfied. They're not. Bend over backwards, not satisfied. Bend over frontwards, not satisfied. Fall down over a pond so they can walk, not satisfied. It happens. When there's someone that you care about, it really isn't fair. They're out to slow you up when you're growing up. When there's someone that you care about, could be a relative, could be a friend, hell, it could even be a spouse. I mean, spouses will slow you up too. I've had a spouse slow me up. I had a spouse stop me. Yeah, she stopped me temporarily. You know, I mean, eventually I got going again, because that's what you got to do. You got to get going again. And if I didn't get going again, I'd have killed her. Yeah. If I'd have stuck around, I'd have killed. Y'all would have seen me on one of these news stories. I would have figured out a way to kill her. But is there something about jail? I just don't want to go. Not really feeling it. It's not really feeling the penal system. So I just left. Because she was something that I cared about. And it really wasn't fair. Because she was out to slow me up. When we were growing up, you know, we had a family. The kids were getting older. We were getting older, you know. No. Yeah. And then when there's someone that you care about, it really isn't fair, and they're out to slow you up. See, they're not out to just slow you up, just to slow you up. They feel like they have to slow you up so they can succeed. Some people just slow you up because they just don't, you know, want you to do anything. But other people do it for personal gain. They feel like if I pull him back or pull her back, I'll leap forward. Not necessarily. If you don't have the fucking skills, you may temporarily get ahead of them, but that's only because they've stopped. But what about everybody else? Just because you got ahead of them doesn't mean you're going to win, because there's other people out there competing for that same prize. But that doesn't matter to them. They just want to stop you so they can be ahead of you. You know, a lot of people don't congratulate you when you are doing better than them. They'll congratulate you when you're doing good, but they won't congratulate you when you're doing better than them. Be doing good, good. Be doing better than me, fuck you. That's the way most people are. Yeah. You can do good as you want. Don't do better than me. Do better than me, then we got problems in this bitch. I'm going to hate, and I'm going to do everything I can to slow you up when you're growing up. Here's where things got different, and I'm going to show you something that was put into their bios. When you let them flirt, and then you hurt, awaiting when your date is late in showing up, then you're growing up. When you let them flirt, and then you hurt, awaiting when your date is late in showing up, then you're growing up. That's, see, like that, when you're growing up, then you're growing up, you know, they're basically telling you, you are evolving, things are happening, and different shit's going to happen to you. You're growing up regardless of how anybody treats you, regardless of what you have, what you don't have, you're going to be growing up. So let's go back to the beginning. When you let them flirt, when you give someone access to you, see, a lot of people don't have access to people, so they don't let them flirt. But then there are people who do. So when you let them flirt and then you hurt, that can go so many different directions. You let them flirt, things go a little bit too far. Things happen that you don't necessarily want to happen. You let them flirt and then you hurt. Date rape? I mean, that's what I'm reading. You let them flirt and then you hurt. They don't really give you the what happens in the middle. I just pieced that together based on the lyric. A wait is when your date is late and showing up. I mean, flirting can go a step too far. Can go a step too far. And it can put you or another individual in a very precarious position. And they experienced that on the Facts of Life. There were some things, they dealt with some sexual issues and things like that. I'm going to show you something in a second. Let's go to the next stanza. I believe that's it. Oh, no. This was the one that was the real version. When it's more than just the birds and the bees, you need someone telling you, please. When it's more than just the birds and the bees, you need someone telling you, please. When it's more than just the birds and the bees, what's more than the birds and the bees? I mean, when it's more than just the birds and the bees. So other life other than sex, the birds and the bees, that's sex, right? Sex, you know, we're going to talk about the birds and the bees. You don't really talk about anything but sex when you talk about the birds and the bees. So it's more than just the birds and the bees. So it's other things. You need someone telling you, please. Telling you, please? Do you tell someone, please, or do you ask someone, please? I mean, I'm just asking based on, is there another meaning to this? I never really told anybody, please. I've asked, you know, please, but I've never told anyone. There's only one conclusion. There will always be confusion over you. There's only one conclusion. There will always be confusion over you. So already it's been predetermined that there's going to be confusion no matter what. There's going to be a mess where you're concerned no matter what. It's in the song. I don't know what kind of mess, but it's a foregone conclusion that there's going to be some mess over you. It takes a lot to get them right when you're learning the facts of life. I'm not adding the oohs in there and all that stuff. So, you know, we don't need all that. You avoid a lot of damage and enjoy the fun of managing the facts of life. You'll avoid a lot of damage and enjoy the fun of managing the facts of life. They shed a lot of light. You'll avoid a lot of damage and enjoy the fun of managing the facts of life. Avoiding a lot of damage. I mean, teenager, because this is where we're talking about teens during this time. Teenage pregnancy, teenage drug use, quitting school, giving up on school. I mean, you need an education. At least in those formative years. I'm not telling everybody that, you know, everybody's not cut out to go to college. You know, we definitely need, you know, trade schools to really kick it up. You know, secondary education is not enough to get out here and get a viable job anymore. So we need something after high school for kids. And I think kids need to be taking more viable classes during the K through 12 years, because if they're not going to put in what they took out with, you know, shop classes and home ec classes and things that were real life situations. I mean, hell, they took out typing. They took out typing out of schools. But everything is done on a keyboard now. I mean, they should have typing where, you know, you learn how to type on a tablet, a smartphone, and a computer, because there's no more typewriters. Everything's done on a computer. So why would there be typing class, or why wouldn't there be typing class? Because you're doing some type of typing, whether it be on a QWERTY board or a laptop or a PC. It just makes no sense why there's no type of typing class or keying class. Is that what they call things now? Keying, you know, learning how to key things. The world is going there. The world is going towards automation, and you need to be able to move efficiently across the keyboard because that's what you're going to be using to work with. Why wouldn't that class be a fixture, a staple? I'm talking about from elementary on up. Everything is going automated. Why wouldn't you be teaching that? I bet you certain kids are learning that early, and other kids are going to be left behind. So when they're talking all these different educational programs in these predominantly Black neighborhoods where there are predominantly Black schools with predominantly white teachers, teach them the right shit. Get coding classes into schools, computer programming, coding, all that shit. That's where we're going. Stop teaching this analog bullshit that nobody's going to need in about 10 years. Teach our kids the same shit you're teaching your kids. But we've got to force that too. We need more Black professors, more Black teachers, more Black instructors all across the board. We do need that. So the next stanza, if you hear them from your brother, better clear them with your mother, get them right. Call her late at night. Now, I don't think anybody's mama wants to be called late at night, but she'd probably rather be called than not be called, and then you get into a lurch. So yeah, call your mama. Better get them right. Better clear it with your mother. Now, if you clear it with your mother first, why you got to call her late at night? Did you fuck up and not clear it with your mother? Now you want to clear it with your mother after you done got in trouble? I know how that shit works. Don't come fucking with me after you done fucked up. I don't want to fix your fuck up. Let me fix it before you totally break it. You break something in two pieces, I can put it back together. Don't come bring me no fucking puzzle when you could have avoided it. If you hear them from your brother, better clear them with your mother. So I don't know if you hear them. If you're hearing the facts of life from your brother, you better clear them with your mother. I mean, generally brothers don't tell their sisters the facts of life. Generally girls get the facts of life from other friends, their girlfriends, for the most part. I'm not sure whose brother is telling them the facts of life. I don't even like the way that sounds. I don't want any siblings talking about the facts of life. That's very fucking close to incestual insinuations there. Yeah. I don't want your brother teaching you sex ed. Sorry. If it's your sister and she's old enough, she knows what she's talking about, okay. Still clear with your mother, but not your brother. Your brother shouldn't even be talking to you about that shit. Just what I feel. Just what I feel. You got the future in the palm of your hand. All you got to do to get through is understand. You think you'd rather do without, you'll never muddle through without the truth. Well, you'll muddle through. You can muddle through without the truth. Oh, yeah. It's when you get the truth is when your ass gets up. Yeah. Nobody muddles through with the truth. Once you get the truth, then you get the fuck up. Yep. Yippers. So anybody that I got a bounty out on for a 3X t-shirt, you better hurry the fuck up. I need my tees. It's hot as fuck out here. So let's go through that last one again. You got the future in the palm of your hand. All you got to do to get through is understand. You think you'd rather do without. You'll never muddle through without the truth. The facts of life are all about you. Like I said, I don't believe you can muddle through with the truth. I think the truth changes things. For most, I guess. I guess I can't call it for everybody. For most, I think the truth changes for most people. Then there's some that the truth does not change people for. I get it. Very odd. Very odd hearing her cheery voice, knowing what she's singing about. Let me show you this. Because of where we are tonight. You know, we're here. So 4 episodes is right at the end of something else, but it said early episodes of the show typically revolved around a central morality base or lesson teaching theme. The show's pilot episode plot included a storyline in which Blair, Blair was the boy crazy one, the rich one, insinuates that her schoolmate, Cindy Webster, that's Natalie, was a lesbian. So we were dealing with homosexuality in the first episode of The Facts of Life. The way it was portrayed, though, and downplayed, the show went on without it. I mean, Natalie was a tomboy. I think she played softball and, she played sports and shit, and said she, frequently showed her affection for the girls. She was one of the girls, She was a larger girl, so she was physical. She was a physical comedian. Comedic actress, I should say, not a comedian. Other season 1 episodes deal with issues: drug use, sex, eating disorder, parental relationships, and peer pressure. So your standard stuff, and they dealt with it, with each character. But this was on the first show that they dealt with homosexuality. And it's never really talked up that this stuff isn't new. For people that act like it's new, that this didn't come about and it wasn't out in the open, it's bullshit. They're making it seem like, they're just breaking all this new ground. No. Just that when it came out, it wasn't magnified 10,000 times. And as the seasons went on, Natalie, I believe she had boyfriends. She liked boys. I mean, she talked to boys. But just because of the closed-mindedness from where Blair came from, because that's what it was. I think Blair might have been like the late 70s, early 80s Karen. Like, in waiting, well-to-do, privileged, nosy as fuck. You know, all she needed was a smartphone. Blair would have been a motherfucker. So that's that. That's that. Going through that song, I mean, like I said, they touched on all those topics there: drug use, sex, eating disorder, parental relationships, and peer pressure. I think they touched on them adequately. And you know, Joe was actually my favorite character. You know, she was like the wrench on cars and shit like that. You know, I like the McKeon family. You know, her brother was Tommy on Alice. Tommy was cool. You know, Tommy was cool on Alice, and Nancy McKeon and Philip McKeon, I believe their real names. And yeah, but I liked her character. She was real with her shit. Yeah, I saw her outside of stuff, and you know, just normal, doing normal stuff, and she still had that, you know, that tough exterior type of thing. And who knows, maybe because she had a brother. And, you know, they fought a lot, you know, but what do we got there? So I'm going to switch gears. We're going to switch gears. I want to it's got to be something that can you widen that? Has been able to latch. Okay, got it. All righty. So, said we were going to talk about the facts of life. I also said that we were going to talk about the fuckery and the lies. This is the part of the cast where I will be speaking exclusively about the LGBTQ family. Now, yeah, the comedy part of it is over. The sitcom part is over. So if you came in for that, you probably want to go now. But if you're here for the discussion regarding the LGBTQ family, specifically the trans family, stick around. I'm going to play a video. I'm going to play all of its audio. I want you to watch this. I want you to listen to it. And I want you to think about what you saw. And I'll speak about it after we watch it. Let's see here. Screen share again. I've had a lot of screen shares tonight. I know, guys. I know. Okay, so hold on a second. Okay, so let's get rid of this one. Got it. No, I don't want to do that. Oh, yeah, it's finished doing some software setup right in the middle of my fucking cast. Great. All right. So we're going to do that, and we're going to share. Yes, we want to share the audio. So I don't know who's going to see this, but whoever sees it, hopefully you pay close attention to what is said, and I'll speak on the other side of it. Can we stretch it all the way out? Let's do that.
Guys, look at this video that was sent to me.
Family. Oh, I put it up here. The baby has been able to latch, but I've not been able to produce any milk. It's okay, because we're going to supplement the feeding with formula so that my baby is still getting the nutrients that they need, but I'm still feeling hopeful. I appreciate you so much for all your work. I appreciate you also, baby.
For those who don't understand what's going on, The one that's trying to feed the baby is a male who identifies as a female. And the one next to him is a female that identifies as a male. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I've been sitting here lost for words. This is a new level of insanity. Guys, I'm not gonna sit back and act like this isn't insane. I'm not gonna sit back and just act like this is true. Of course you can't feed the baby. The one who had the baby is supposed to feed the baby. Milk does not come out of a man's chest. This is truly sad. I can't imagine the amount of confusion that this child is gonna grow up with. What really breaks my heart is seeing people come into agreement with wickedness, seeing people come into agreement with evil spirits. Because guys, this is not just people doing what people want to do. This is people giving into evil spirits. This is people coming into agreement with demonic entities, which goes against God's law. Don't people realize the more we give into this, the crazier and crazier it gets? The further we stray away from God, the more wickedness we are going to get into, the more crazy the world is going to seem. Guys, woe to those who call evil good and good evil. Am I the only one who realizes they are trying to make insanity look sane? They want us to believe something that clearly isn't true. Listen to me, guys. This is red toothpaste. Just because I say this toothpaste is blue does not make it a blue toothpaste. This is still going to be red toothpaste. But when you got enough people around me saying that this is actually blue toothpaste, sooner or later, I'm going to be looking at this like, maybe this might be blue toothpaste. That's what you call manipulation. That's what the world is doing. That's what the media is doing. Trying to manipulate us and brainwash us into believing things that they say is true. It's a sick, twisted, demonic agenda that's leading us away from God. Listen to me. If there was never a time, the time is now to get close to God. People are picking their own judgment. The Lord is giving people a leader after their own hearts. The Lord is allowing people to believe in strong delusions because that's what their heart really wants. It's time to really step back, forsake everything, and get close to the Lord. Become transformed by the renewing of our mind, by the washing of the word, by revelation. With every revelation is manifestation of Christ inside of us. We're going to need the Lord to wake others up.
All right, so much respect to the brother who did the narrative there. I don't see anything wrong with what he said for him. I understand his beliefs. He has a deep belief. Sounds like he goes to church a lot. Doesn't just seems like he believes in God, but he sounded a little churchy. Okay, so I know he's being ministered to. I understood his logic, and I agree with a lot of it. Now, he could take God and replace it with logic, because I want to make sense of this. I really want to make sense. Now, you had a man who identified as a woman. And then you have a woman who identified as a man. The woman who identifies as the man had the baby. She was pregnant and she gave birth to the baby. The man who identifies as the woman produce the seed for the baby. It's their baby. It's their baby. It's their baby. Excuse me. It's not a Coke bubble, sorry. So the man who identifies as the woman was holding the baby and trying to breastfeed the baby. The man who identifies as the woman, he was born with a penis. So but he identifies as a woman. He hasn't gotten the change yet. The woman who identifies as the man laying next to him can produce milk. She could very well feed the baby. They said the baby was latched on to the man who identifies as a woman. But the woman who identifies as the man is the individual who has the milk. So the baby latching onto the man who identifies as the woman can't be fed. Because a man does not produce nutritional liquids from their breast. You cannot feed a baby with anything that comes out of a man's breast. A man can lactate from taking hormones and shit like that, like steroids and shit, but it's not to the point where it's nutritional for a baby to be able to feed off of. However, the mother who had the child, in most cases, will produce milk. After giving birth, therefore giving an opportunity for the child to be nourished from her breast. The mother here identifies as the man, and she's not supplying the breast milk that she has in her breast. They're attempting to feed the baby from the man who identifies as the woman who has no milk. He has no viable nutrition inside of his breast. I'm not sure exactly what you can do here. I think they need to talk to someone. I think they need to understand that if they want to nourish the baby with milk from the mother, that it needs to be the birth mother, even though she identifies as a male now. And the man who identifies as a female needs to be made to understand that he has no milk. So because the baby latched on, as he said in the video, he latched on, that's just out of inherent habit. Baby is going to look to feed, and they're going to have, the lips are going to form into a sucking motion, and hopefully they'll latch on. But just because they latch on to your breast doesn't mean you're in position to feed your baby. If you are a man who identifies as a female. But if you're right there next to the birth mother, so this is where I could say, I'm not sure why they're doing this, because they could do this. The birth mother could pump, get bottles of milk for the baby ready. Okay. And a lot of mothers can't breastfeed. Baby may latch on, but they just may not produce enough milk. So they end up not being able to breastfeed. They've got to go to a formula. Here, the baby wouldn't have to go to a formula. Baby would actually be getting the milk from its mother, from its natural mother. But it could be fed by its mother. And see, I don't know exactly what that is. What is colostrum? Is that like the nutrition for the baby? And I have no doubt that you are correct. Only a woman that has given birth can produce colostrum. I was saying that, but probably not as eloquently as you put it. With the mother there, she's probably got colostrum in her milk because the father's there who identifies as a mother now doesn't have colostrum, doesn't have milk, doesn't have anything producing in his breast. Colostrum is what has the immune building properties. Okay. So colostrum is the Flintstone vitamin of the breast milk. Gives you what you need early. You need colostrum. If a woman doesn't produce colostrum in her milk, like she can produce milk, but what if she doesn't produce enough colostrum? Can that happen? And peace to you, CCS. Can she not produce enough colostrum? But she could produce a bunch of milk, but just it doesn't have colostrum in it. Can a woman do that? Just have, where the fuck is that gnat coming from? Or did that gnat come from? Weird shit. It was like it came out of the computer. Can gnats survive in computers? Oh. Just waiting for this answer. See if she's going to give me the answer. I believe it's a she. I can't see the picture. So yeah. The mother identifies as the father, and the father now identifies as the mother, and they're trying to breastfeed from the father who identifies as the mother's breast. And now that I've found out from CCS, you can't do that because only a woman who has given birth can produce colostrum in her milk. I didn't think a man could produce anything. Although I've seen some lactating men, like I said, performance enhancing drugs and shit do things to people. A woman's immune system keeps tabs on the baby's immune system. The composition of the breast milk changes as the child's health needs change. That's some crazy shit. The composition of the breast milk changes. So a woman's breast milk changes automatically as the child's needs change. Wow. Okay. I mean, I know there's some remarkable shit out here that women do that men can't do. I mean, hell, giving birth. A man can't give birth. A man will never be able to give birth. They need to stop all that shit. Men are not giving birth. I don't give a fuck. You get a sex change. You're a man. You become a woman. You cannot give birth. They need to stop that. They need to stop perpetuating the madness. They need to stop the fuckery and the lies. Let's speak about the facts of life, not the fuckery and the lies. The composition of the breast milk changes as the child's health needs change. Okay. Are you down for another question? Because I have another question and then I'll proceed if you're willing to answer this question. I don't know if you're in the medical profession, but I have one more question. and then I'll proceed. So, understanding that the baby's saliva goes in through the nipple and the mother's immune system detects the changes of the child's health by the saliva. Get the fuck out of here. What? Putting all this shit on the board, man. Thank you, CCS. Let's do it. Oh, CCS must be a lady. It's a big afro. Big, beautiful afro. This is all the stuff I've been talking about. So y'all know I'm not talking to myself. You can't see the chat. Look at that last one, though. The baby's saliva goes in through the nipple and the mother's immune system detects the changes to the child's health by the saliva. That's dope shit. That's dope. Hold on a second. The mother's immune system and the child's immune system are in constant communication. Okay, so here's my question. What if the mother does not feed from birth? Like she has that milk, so she doesn't feed from birth, and they start with formula. But then she wants to pick up like 3 months down the line, and that baby's health has changed. That baby's health needs have changed. Its dietary needs have changed. Where will they connect? Will that mother still have that original breast milk, or will the baby's saliva, the baby's 3-month-old saliva, change the breast milk that the mother has in her breast to fit the needs of a 3-month-old versus a newborn? Hopefully I made that as clear as possible. If she doesn't breastfeed from the beginning, but then wants to breastfeed down the road, does her milk stay at the beginning phase because the baby never got that milk out, or does it change based on where the baby's at because she's going to push her spit through the nipple? And then I'll stop asking you questions after that because you've been great so far. All right, I need to go back because I was kind of quick. I'll be a little bit slower. I wish I gave you a slideshow shit so you could just do it till you're satisfied. What? No. Put user in timeout. Oh, why would I do that? Just give me a couple seconds longer to look at these. Thank you, CCS, once again. Thank you. That's dope right there. The baby's saliva goes in through the nipple and the mother's immune system detects the changes to the health. So that's relative to my question. And CCS and came through clutch. CCS, you're clutch tonight. You're clutch. All right. So here's the answer to my question. CCS came through in the clutch. The mother's body will provide what is needed based on the child's health, regardless if the child is 1 month or 8 months old. God damn. So we're talking about perfect scenarios where the mother can breastfeed and the child's taken to the breast. As long as that can all work out, the mother can be the 100% nutritional system for a child. And I've seen children breastfeed damn near up to 3 years. My daughter damn near was 3 years old when she was breastfeeding. Shit. She was just walking up to the titty, just which one am I going for here? Okay, let's do this one. We'll take the left over there. Yeah. She would walk up to the titty. I'm thinking to myself, she shouldn't be able to walk up to you and still feed. Give her a bottle. It's just like she just walk up there. And I remember she would flip it out sometimes. Yeah, she would flip it out. I'm like, that's gross. That's gross that she does that. She's almost 3. Just to walk over to her, you know what? I got a cup here. Let's do a little chocolate today. She could do that shit. Still low chocolate. Yep. She's walking up to the breast at almost 3. Almost fucking 3. I don't get it. Hated that shit. But she was eating other food at that point. It was just when she wanted something to drink. Her mother was just like a drinking fountain. She was eating at 3. She wasn't just breastfeeding. Trust me. She was eating grits and shit, you know, a year and a half before that. She's sitting in her high chair eating grits and then would demand the breast. Crazy shit. Serious, man. The communication. Sorry about that. I am definitely acknowledging the laugh because it should happen. Really. The communication between the mother and the child's bodies is amazing. It is. It is. I mean, I can't deny that shit. I can't deny the fact that a baby, a minute amount of saliva can go in through the woman's breast and pretty much say, okay, here's my grocery list. I'm the baby, and here's my grocery list, my needs, my health needs, and then the breast relates to it and then figures it all out, and then in turn sends back the nutrition. That's fucking amazing. That's amazing to me. It might not be amazing to some people, but it's amazing to me. That's fucking amazing. That's amazing shit. You can literally generate a food cycle based on the baby, which is sucking milk, trying to suck milk out, but the saliva goes back through, in turn telling the breast what it needs. Incredible. That's incredible shit. Can't even deny it. Incredible. So, getting back to the video perpetuated a lie. A video perpetuated that a trans family, a man identifying as a woman and a woman identifying as a man, and them having conceived this child, and the woman who identifies as the man giving birth, and a man who identifies as a woman now been the seed. Why would they try to breastfeed from the man who now identifies as a female when they know that the nutrition is over here in the female who identifies as a man? Why wouldn't they? It's a form of child abuse, if you ask me. Men's immune systems were designed to work that way. The trans woman's body is not equipped to do that. Yeah. I mean, if she had the baby, she had what it took to give birth. So she's got all the other tools to, manufacture some breast milk. Then they could just make bottles. And then if the father the man who identifies as the mother wants to feed the baby adequately from the breast milk from the mother who identifies as a male now. Don't starve your baby. They said the baby was latching on to a male breast. That's lunacy. That's social engineering. That's detrimental behavior. That's fuckery and lies. Correction, men's immune systems are not designed to work that way. Okay. I didn't know exactly what we were designed to work like, so I didn't really want to expound on that. Where you were saying that men's bodies were designed to work that way. In what way? In being able to feed? I don't know, because I didn't really catch on. That's why I really didn't really drop anything on it. And so the trans woman's body is not equipped to do that. No. If you're a man and you transition into a woman, you don't get all those goods. You don't get the fallopian tubes and all that shit and the cervix and da-da-dee-da-da-da. You don't get all that shit. You can't have a baby. most of the trans men get their breasts cut off. Okay, so trans men. So are you saying trans men like a woman that turned into a man? Is that what you're saying? A woman that turns into those trans men. Why would a trans man get his breast cut off if he's turning into a woman? Wouldn't he want his breasts? Because he's going to fill them up anyway. Why would he have them cut off? I don't get that. I need a little bit of clarification there. I got you working now, CCS. Sorry. But yeah, the thing is, I just don't like the illogical behavior. That's not logical to say that. Trans men are women on testosterone. Okay. So she couldn't have been on testosterone and had that baby, though. She had to have been a woman who was trans, because they use the term trans before the procedure now. So she was a woman living as trans, but she might have been doing that, but she had that baby come out. They wouldn't have did all that cutting up, letting her cut her breasts off and all that stuff and then try to have a baby. They wouldn't give her testosterone. Aren't you taking a chance of harming that baby, taking testosterone in the middle of a childbirth? I think you are potentially harming that child, that unborn child, by taking testosterone, by having your breast cut, because you're going to naturally produce milk by giving birth. Where's it going to go? Why would you have them cut off ahead of time? I don't think that would be wise to do that. I don't think any of this is wise, what we're talking about. So I think that's what we're talking about. I get that one. So trans men are women on testosterone. Trans women are men on estrogen. I would think that would be the proper exchange. Trans women would be men on estrogen. Trans men are women on testosterone. But I don't believe she's there. I don't believe she's there. She's giving birth. I think she's still got everything. And the doctor would have to think twice, like, what are we going to do to redirect this milk, this nutritional source that's inevitably going to come because you're going to give birth. Yeah. I mean, this was a TikTok video. This is being seen by millions of people. And it's a lie. It's a lie. It can't happen. He latched on? Oh, man. Latched on? The whole loony movement is financed by the transhumanist movement. Ooh, that's 3 yawns in the last month. 2 in the last 2 days, probably, or 3 days. The whole loony movement is financed by the transhuman. So that's a little deep for me. I don't know the names. See, I don't have all the data. I bring some, but I don't know who the loonies are, and I don't know who the transhumanist movement are. I've never really done any work on that. Care to break that down just a little bit? Financed by, is that like George Soros or whatever his name is? Is his name George Soros? I don't know. I know some of the people that like finance these movements, and they're like those billionaires. So I don't know who finances this. But they got to stop it. They got to stop this. A trans man, if they're taking testosterone, they shouldn't be giving birth. If they're trying to transition into a man from a female status, they shouldn't be allowed to give birth. That's child abuse. You could potentially do something to that child taking testosterone in the midst of a birth. In the midst of a pregnancy, not a birth, pregnancy. Who knows what's going to happen when the baby's born? Shit. Tell you. And then you have what up, though, brother Antoine? Good to see you this evening. Masculinizing a female body using synthetic hormones and surgery is called a biohack in transhumanism. Masculinizing a female body using synthetic hormones and surgery is called a biohack in transhumanism. Learning the new word. Good brother, good brother. Okay. George Macon has created YouTube videos about transhumanism. It's history. Okay. Okay. And Martine Rothblatt is a billionaire trans woman that created Sirius Radio. He is a hardcore transhumanist. Wow. So the person who created Sirius Radio is a trans woman. Okay. He's a hardcore transhumanist. Got it. I'm learning some shit tonight. I got to look up Martine Rothblatt. Interesting. So, brother, I don't know if you just jumping in the chat. You've been here for a while, brother Antoine. She's actually been on top of it tonight. We're talking about, there's a video that's circulating that's a trans couple, not a trans man, not a trans woman, a trans couple. So a man who identifies now as a woman and a woman who now identifies as a man. They're a couple who conceived a child. And the man who now identifies as the woman, he's trying to breastfeed the child. And he can't because he wasn't produced with the proper tools. And then the woman who had the baby, who was, God-given tools. I missed something there. Yeah, she's got it all. Had the baby and could produce milk. They're not doing that. They're trying to get milk out of the man who identifies as a woman, not trying to get milk out of the woman who now identifies as the man. And that's where the milk supply is. So it's very unnerving. They made a TikTok video about it. It's being seen by millions of people. And I put it at the beginning of this segment here. So if you're just not getting in here, definitely go back and look at that so all this makes sense. Yeah. The lie's got to stop. That's a lie. That video is a lie. And I don't know what else is out there. I've only seen that one video. And this will probably trigger people to send other videos. Please make them authentic. If you're going to send it to me, make it authentic. I ain't got time to be looking at no fake shit. I really don't. I don't have any time to be looking at shit that's just like, oh, come on, dude. Why would you do that? Yeah. And then I'm blocking you. Because once you send me some stupid shit and make me stop what I'm doing to look at it and it's some bullshit, yeah, I'm blocking you. I don't even block people. I'm going to make an effort. Make a concerted effort to block you that day. Then I'm going to talk about you. Right before I block you, I'm going to talk about you. So, have you seen that fucking picture of Steven Seagal? See how big that motherfucker is now? Steven Seagal is fucking huge now. What'd you say there, CCS? There are a couple billionaire trans women that finance this movement. The governor of Illinois' brother is a billionaire. Oh, come on now. All right, come on. So is this how Lori Lightfoot got in that bitch? Is that how Lori Lightfoot got in? Illinois is off the chain. Yeah, man. Fucking picture of Steven Seagal and shit playing guitar. He looks like a fat Kid Rock. Has anybody seen that? Have you seen that fucking picture of Steven Seagal? I mean, from, you know, being able to do all the moves and shit to where he's just, that's his fucking move now. Steven Seagal couldn't do shit. I'll fuck Steven Seagal up now. Steven Seagal better not say shit to me. I can tell you that right now. He better not say shit to me. Looking the way he's looking. I'll fuck him up. I'm just trying to tell you. Steven Seagal, he don't, oh my God. But I'm just thinking because, you know, Lori Lightfoot is LGBT. And did you say the governor? The governor of Illinois' brother. Yeah. It's connection to their family, man. Come on, man. That's family. You ain't seen the picture? Shit. I'm about to show you this motherfucker. Boy, when y'all see this motherfucker here, Lord have mercy. Yeah. Fat motherfucker. He better not ever say shit to me. Hold on a second. Let me share this motherfucker here. Yeah, she's not a very good mayor. I did like what she did to the black press. You know, she was trying to get a black press a plug, and then they narked on her and shit. They went around and like, goddamn. She was trying to help the black press out, and they're like, nah, yeah. See, we get on that all lives matter shit, you know. And what she was trying to do might have been symbolic, but I think it was coming from a good space. You know, I think it was coming from a good space. So, yeah, let me show y'all this shit. Look at that. All right, well, you say you ain't seen the picture, you seen it now. Look at Steven Seagal. What's that, in the 80s or the 90s? Boy, he whooped everybody's ass back then. Right here. Now that motherfucker, boy. And y'all know I'm big and shit, so, you know, let me go, you know, and put it to the side. I'm like, let me tell you something. Steven Seagal better not say shit to nobody. All right, you hear me? Yeah. Wow. Steven Seagal better not say shit to nobody. All right. He is no longer above the law. Yeah. Steven Seagal is no longer above the law. He might be eating coleslaw, but he ain't above the law. Shit, motherfucker. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he ain't marked for death no more. Yeah. He ain't marked for death no more. He might be marked for cutting. Yeah. Look at this motherfucker, man. This motherfucker here. Can I blow this shit up? Look at that. Is that blow up? Hold on a second, man. Hold on a second. I'll murder his fucking movies and shit. Hold on a second. I already got above the law. He in charge of the coleslaw. Steven Seagal. Let's go to his fucking movies. Let's go to his discography, his filmography and shit. Let's see. What's his movie? There we go. Yeah, we are above the law. Oh, Hard to Kill. Yeah. Hard to Kill. He done went from Hard to Kill to nigga, I'm on the grill. Hard to Kill to like, I'm on the grill. Dog, that motherfucker is huge. We already got him marked for death. Yeah. They got his ass marked to cut up. A side of beef. Out for justice. No. He ain't out for justice. He's out for jambalaya. That's what he's out for. He looking for some jambalaya. Out for justice. It's over. Hard to Kill on the grill. Ooh. Under Siege. Shit. Ain't no Under Siege. If anything, he's under sausage. Woo-wee. Mm-hmm. He ain't doing all them goddamn swing around them roundhouse snap kicks now. No. You ain't doing no roundhouse snap kicks now. Yeah. On deadly ground. Yeah, you can say that again. We're gonna go back up there because we fucking around with Steven Seagal. CCS been kicking some information. Let me go back through. You know, it ain't actually hit the chat, so hold on a sec there. That's good information right there. LGBT is creating organizations to separate from the T and the Q, or the TQ, or the crazy ones driving the transgender. Okay, really? I did not know that. That's interesting. So they got their own movement they're working on there. That's odd. The Alphabet family is in turmoil, and the LGBT want to separate. What happened with the situation when they were talking about the LGBT was going to allow in like pedophiles and shit? Was that just rumor? Was that just propaganda? That wasn't good. That wasn't a good thing. And I didn't know if it was true or not. You know, I didn't know if it was true or not. I mean, I know what is true. That right there. When you're looking at that, that's truth. There is absolutely no falsehood right there. There's nothing false about this. Kill on the grill. I say maybe we just get Steven Seagal. We get his likeness. Hard to Kill grill. And then we have him, you know, hey, show them in the 90s and then show them currently. Like, I eat on the hard to kill grill. And the transformation will show people you're going to eat a lot of food on the hard to kill grill. Might want to run that. I'm telling you, man, we might want to run with that. Hard to kill grill. So then he did On Deadly Ground. That was On Deadly Ground Beef. Anyways, Under Siege 2. I don't remember him doing that one. He did Under Siege 2. So that was, Under Sausage 2. Dark Territory. Yeah. Must have been Thigh and a Leg. Executive Decision. Looks more like Executive Desserts now. Okay, gotcha. The Glimmer Man. I don't remember that one. I kind of do, but I don't. So when they started getting all special effects type shit, I can't remember. Fire Down Below. See? Kill on the Grill. And then you get the Fire Down Below Wood. Peace, information man. Welcome to Freedom Media tonight. Peace and love. That was real. Lemon Boy Love Movement was good. Okay. That was real. Okay. Wow. Wow. The Hard to Kill Grill. I'm trying to tell you. Hard to Kill Grill. And you got the Fire Down Below Wood. He made a movie called My Giant, too. He made a movie called My Giant. And now we are right here living it. Because when you're looking at that, yeah, okay. Got it. So we can't have these type of lies perpetuating. He can't feed that baby off of his man breast. I know he identifies as a female, but he is not the mother. Mother is laying right there next to him, and I know she identifies as a male, but she's got all the milk. Give the baby your titty. Feed your baby. You know, he did a movie called The Giant. Steven Seagal did a movie called The Giant. I don't know exactly, but it really played out, like I said. The Patriot. He had a movie called The Patriot. He did a lot of movies. Steven Seagal's done a lot of fucking movies. Did The Patriot. It's got a sequel coming out called The Pork Chop. Not Even the Trees. Sounds like it's part of a nursery rhyme. I don't know exactly what that. Prince of Central Park. Okay. Yeah. He had a movie in 2000 called The Prince of Central Park. Now he looks like the Prince of Central Pork. Yeah. He did Exit Wounds with DMX. The late, great DMX. He did Exit Wounds. Like exit wounds when you're tenderizing a side of beef. Steak just drives right through. Ticker. Never saw that. Half Past Dead. He had a lot of movies that he was like right there on the edge of it all. The Glimmer Man starring Keanu Wayans and Nikki Cox when she was fine. Oh, okay. Okay. What up, Free? Okay, I remember that one now. I remember that one. Yeah, I remember that one. Okay. Out for a Kill. So he did an Out for a Kill. Was that a sequel to Hard to Kill? Out for a Kill. He's just out for a kill, just out leisurely walking for a kill. Now, he's out for a grill. He's out for a grill. Hey, in 2003, he did a movie called The Belly of the Beast. Hey, man, you know, they say life comes full circle. Life comes full circle. That's the belly of the beast. Because he was a beast back in the day. Steven Seagal kicked much ass back in the day. And he starred in The Belly of the Beast in 2003. Out of Reach. Out of Reach. As a morbidly obese person, and hey, I don't know where he's at. See, you know, I don't know how tall he is. You get the words, brother Antoine. I don't know how tall Steven Seagal is, but he's pretty big in this picture. I think it was about 200 here. I think he went about 200 back in the day. But this right here, he's all of $4. He's all of $4. Okay. I guarantee you, if they ask Steven Seagal's current weight, he's going to tell them he's 300 pounds. There's no fucking way that he's 300 pounds. Okay. But that's what he's going to tell people, that he's 300 pounds. All big celebrities, they never like to talk about their, you know what? Let me look. I can't do it on that one. Let me do it on this one. I'm going to do it. I'm going to be, they got some invasive shit too. Steven Seagal's current weight. So he lied there. Born April 10th, 1952. Steven turns 68 in the year 2020. So now he's 69 years old. Says he's 286 pounds. See? It's somebody on, is it Quora? How did Steven Seagal get so fat? Motherfuckers are cruel. How did Steven Seagal get so fat? Like, That's hilarious. But they say 286 pounds, man. Come on now. That ain't 286, bro. That's not 286. All right. Yeah, he did Out of Reach. Like most things. So he can't get around his abundant frame. Clementine. He did a movie called Clementine. That was just where he ate oranges constantly. Into the Sun. Yeah. Into the Sun. Submerged. I don't remember that in either. Submerged. None of these movies sound remotely familiar to me. Today You Die. God damn. It's the end for you, motherfucker. I mean, when did he start doing these movies? Hold on a second. 88. So he was doing this shit 17 years later, still talking shit to people. Today You Die in 2005. Dragon Squad, Black Dawn, Mercenary of Justice, Shadow Man, Attack Force, Flight of Fury. I don't know any of these movies. He had a movie called Pistol Whip. Did Steven Seagal start doing fucking blaxploitation movies? He had a movie called Pistol Whipped. Who was starring in that? Yaphet Kotto and Bill Duke? What the fuck? In a movie called The Onion Movie. I don't know what that is either. Is that about big booties? The Onion Movie. Was it about onion stew? You know, they did have that onion diet back in the day. I remember my mom was on that shit. Stunk up the house. Kill Switch. Those are 20-year anniversary movies. Pistol Whip, The Onion Movie, and Kill Switch. You can get your 20-year anniversary Steven Seagal triple pack, Pistol Whip, The Onion Movie, and Kill Switch. Get them now. I don't know if they ran that back then. I don't. Against the Dark. Yeah. Sounds like mashed potatoes, like just right up against leg quarter, against the dark meat. Yeah. Driven to Kill, Driven to Grill, Driven to Grill. Good night, everyone. Great analysis of the sitcom. That's the sitcom. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to be getting out of here pretty soon, too. I didn't realize it was an hour and 42 minutes. I'm just talking. So I'm going to get out of here. I'm trying to finish up these goddamn movies. Steven Seagal done did so many goddamn movies. The Keeper. The Keeper. A Dangerous Man. Only if he leans up against you now. Machete. Sheep Impact. That sounds like on some farm animal type shit, and I don't want to talk about it. Born to Raise Hell. Maximum Conviction. Force of Execution. A Good Man. After you make a movie called Pistol Whip, I guess you gonna make one called A Good Man. You need to. Gut Shot Straight. What the fuck is that? Gut Shot Straight. That was the name of the movie. Absolution. Code of Honor. Sniper Special Ops. The Asian Connection. Oh shit, they're gonna cut my stream now. End of a Gun. Contract to Kill. We'll turn that one into Contract to Grill. The Perfect Weapon. Cartels. China Salesman. He had a movie called China Salesman. I got to see that motherfucker. Attrition. General Commander. And Beyond the Law. First he had Above the Law, then he went to Beyond the Law. So first he had Above the Law, then he was in charge of the coleslaw. Now he's Beyond the Slaw. Oh, he did some television. Oh, he didn't do nothing. Yeah, that was some bullshit. Discography. This motherfucker tried to sing. This motherfucker tried to sing. Oh, he's got the guitar. And he's got lights behind him, yeah. Yeah, I guess he did try to sing. He kind of looked like a fat Kid Rock. That's what he really does. He does kind of look like a fat Kid Rock. When you look at him, look at his hat and everything. He looks like a fat Kid Rock. Yeah. I mean, look at him on the left. I mean, One of the sexiest men in Hollywood and all that shit back in the day. And now look at him now. Look at you. I'll fuck Steven Seagal up right now. He looks like a fat Kid Rock. Commando, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah. Yeah. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah. You don't know how many times I heard motherfuckers try to be greasy and say Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know, they try to be greasy with it and shit. Whatever, bitch. I hear that dumb shit. Look at him, man. Just look at him on the left. He's just, you know. And on the right, he looks like a fat Kid Rock. Yeah. He went from Kid Rock to Kid Hawk. Ham hock, motherfucker. Steven Seagal better not ever say shit to me. Ever. Boy, you better go get in shape. You come fucking around with me. Yeah. Keep playing that guitar, dog. Keep playing that guitar. Keep playing that guitar. I'm just trying to tell you. This ain't what you want, big fella. When they say you 286, they fucking lying. They say you 286, so I'm 50 pounds heavier than you, motherfucker. Bullshit. He taller than me, too. How tall was this motherfucker? Height. He's 6'4". He's 6'4" that looks like this. That motherfucker ain't bit more no motherfucking 286 pounds. 386. You better put on 386. I wouldn't be surprised if you're over $4, bitch. 286. Boy, you lying, mother. Hollywood is a motherfucker, boy. Just tell him you're right up under 300 pounds. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you do that, Steven. You do that. 286. So Chuck Norris is 5'10". He's my height. Jean-Claude Van Damme, Sylvester Stallone, all these motherfuckers my height. Bruce Lee was 5'8". Bruce Lee will fuck all them up. All of them. Yeah. So, man, I'm going to get on up out of here, man. I think I did my due diligence today. I think I put out 3 today. I did 3 today. Did 3 videos. And this one here was probably the most meaningful to me because I just really want to clear the air because I know that there's going to be LGBTQ families. And I know that they're going to want to do things with specificity. And there's nothing wrong with doing things with specificity, but you also have to do what's best for the child. Always do what's best for the child. You do not matter. As the adult, you do not matter. The child matters. And if you need me to hear me say it again, I'll say it to you personally. Guitar at the head. I don't know what's wrong with this bro. I mean, age just could have caught him, could have caught a couple bad relationships and shit. He lost it, man, I mean, because he was one of them guys that you just never would have felt like he would have been out of shape. Doing all that karate shit. It'd be like seeing Jackie Chan just show up fat one day. Jackie Chan can't get fat. Hey, look at Steven Seagal. Come on, man. Come on, Steven. Come on, Kid Hawk. But yeah, y'all be good out here. Peace to Information Man coming in here. chopping it up with us. My husband is 6'4" and 286. Damn sure doesn't like. See? You see how they lie? You see how they lie? They fucking. You get somebody out here like, look, I know somebody that's 6'4" and 286, and they sure don't look like that. You get busted and shit. Just say 286. 286. 286. And my husband is 284. Steven Seagal is fucking. He need to be ashamed of himself. You know goddamn well he ain't no 286. You're not 286, Steven. Stop it. I'm gonna give you 386, maybe $4, baby. You're 6'4", man. You too fucking tall. If you was 5'10", I'd give you 350. That gut is way out there, man. That shit's not empty. That's not empty. Come on, man. You talking about some real fat burners. Man, I gotta get the fuck out of here. This has been incredible. What the fuck is that? I hit what button I hit? There we go. Brother Brian, you snuck in here? He said, oh my, what happened to Mr. Seagal? Mr. Seagal has chosen to go a different way with his physique, Brother Brian, but we appreciate you coming in. You're going to come in and catch us applause. I appreciate everybody being out here tonight in this space. I believe the casts are getting better, you know. I mean, they're getting more thorough. I don't know how I'm really thinking up the topics that I'm thinking up on some of this shit, but other stuff is just coming naturally. I appreciate everybody being who they are, who they have been. And everybody that dipped in tonight. You see it, Brother B. Come on now. I mean, Steven got some things happening. Steven. He done went from hard to kill to hard to grill, Brother B. Brother Antoine got a whole setup. He went from out to kill to out to grill. We're going to put it together, man. The Steven Seagal Grill Experience. Back in the day, it would have been the Steven Seagal Kill Experience, but now it is going to be the Steven Seagal Grill Experience. Kill at will. Now we're going to grill at will. I appreciate y'all. Get that over at, you know. As far as Steven goes, what he did to his weight, he should be ashamed of himself. And I'm going to tell you, Steven, what I really think of your weight. Yeah, you need another motherfucker. And the fact that you still trying to be out here in the spotlight and you don't want to do a sit-up. Shame on you, Steven. Shame on you. Shame on you. Appreciate y'all tonight. Y'all came in here. We laughed together. Shit got a little serious. Oh, I said that might turn into a. Hey, man. You can't tell me he gonna have cardiac arrest after one, is he? See, that's all we need is a muscle bound motherfucker coming in here clowning too. He's like, at one sit up, he ain't going. No, Steven could probably do one sit up. Look, he might be able to do one sit up. You just stand there, stand on his toes, and just, just put a taco right out there in front of him. He'll get there. He'll come up. Steven will come up for that taco. I'm trying to tell you. If he don't come up for that taco, then we'll know he's not under siege. He's just under sausage. Y'all be good. One love. Now, what am I doing? I don't have a touch screen. My shit ain't that sweet. How about that? Peace.